Wehrmacht soldiers training to fire at aircraft with an MG-34 machine gun, 1942. Mikhail Gorbachev shakes hands with Donald Trump before a breakfast in his honor at the United States State Department, Washington, December 9, 1987. Mercedes-Benz W125, record wagon racing car exhibited in the German pavilion at the World Exhibition Paris, 1937. Crowds during John Fitzgerald Kennedy's presidential campaign, United States, Texas, 1960. Ammunition carrier Kuzebekov transferring ammunition to a heavy machine gun crew, 1943. Eva Braun doing gymnastics exercises on the shore of Lake Königssee, which is still considered the cleanest lake in Germany, 1942. Rescuing Soviet slave laborers from Osnabrück cellars set ablaze by German police. Germany, April 7, 1945. French peasant woman near a flying dinosaur, a B.20 bomber. Joe Frazier knocks down Muhammad Ali in the 11th round of the fight of the century, March 8, 1971. Pedicure for a circus elephant, London, 1955. Kazakh warrior, late 19th to 20th century. A seller of hats and bags on Copacabana Beach, Rio de Janeiro, 1999. Lillian Boyer hangs inverted from an airplane using her leg, circa 1920s. Captain George Ashe, lying on his back, shoots at a clay pipe held in his teeth. 1932. A guard dog prevents a cow from escaping. 1968, United States. An Indian elephant towing a British seaplane. India, June 1944. American troops staging a gas attack, 1918. A German Junkers Ju-52 transport aircraft burns at an airfield, March 1942. Iraqi tanks on Kuwait City during the invasion of Kuwait, 1990. Informal Youth, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. The famous Audrey Hepburn. Here she's on a Vespa scooter. She was definitely a Hollywood legend. 1950s. Women of the Royal Naval Service carry a torpedo for loading onto a submarine in Portsmouth. 29 September 1943. Goatmobile, 1910. Christmas turkeys instead of reindeer. Incredible Family Photo, Nevada, 1960s. Luna Park in New York City, United States, 1905. The first Russian racing car, Russo Balt C-24 55-3, at the first International Rally, Monte Carlo, Principality of Monaco, 1912. Italian artillerymen in the cacti of Tunisia, March 31st, 1943. An American soldier with binoculars, Normandy, 1944. The Best Hair Competition, Madrid, Spain, 1927. Al Pacino, Possession of a Concealed Weapon, 1961. Arnold Schwarzenegger. A resilient private believed to be Benjamin Franklin's namesake of the Minnesota Cavalry, who lost all 4 limbs to frostbite, United States, 1865. Joan Collins, 1950s. Muhammad Ali and Sylvester Stallone at the 49th Academy Awards in 1977. The cast hull of a Swiss Peas 68 tank, 1977, Thun, Switzerland. Marilyn Monroe and Marlon Brando, 1955. Suit Swagger, 1930s, 1940s. Judge R.N. Stevens. Reading the Declaration of Independence to a crowd during the July 4th celebration. Nome, Alaska, 1901. Alfa Romeo Aerodynamica car, 1914. French engineer Claude, 1872 to 1945, designed his own aircraft with round wings. Explorer with an Indian on a raft in the jungles of South America, Brazil, 1890 to 1923. Parisian fashion designer Louis Erard, the creator of the bikini, 1946, France. Britain, 1920. Entrepreneur Joy Rides bought a Mark IV tank with its armament removed and converted it into a kind of bus. Benches for the ladies were installed inside the vehicle, and a wooden superstructure for the gentlemen was built on top. Moroccan Bride and some of her servants, Fez, circa 1940. Display by the German Air Force at the Reich Party Congress, Nuremberg, Germany, around 1936. Patricia Arquette is completely unfazed on the set of A Nightmare on Elm Street 3: Dream Warriors, 1987. Eskimo Women with Children, 1869. Navajo Shaman, 1904. Restaurant Stockholm, 1940. Steve McQueen and Jane Mansfield at the Los Angeles Examiner Grand Prix, 1959. Rescue of a pilot after an unsuccessful takeoff from the aircraft carrier United States ship Block Island, Atlantic Ocean, August 12, 1953. Monica Bellucci, a rising Italian fashion model in the 1980s. The beautiful Lincoln Futura prototype, 1955. President Hoover with Department of Commerce woodworking contest winners from each state, 1930. Elsie Alcock has lived in the same house for 104 years. The largest cello, circa 1925. Members of the Watford Women's Home Defense Unit practice their aim on range, 1942. Mary Stuart Masterson and Johnny Depp Benny in June 1993. An ordinary American bar from 1941 with a sign that says they don't serve beer to Indians. Fun on Elm Street, 1984. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery, and Chief of the General Staff Field Marshal Alan Brooke during the British parade in Berlin. British Zone of Germany. July 21, 1945. Frank Sinatra plays poker with a dog. 1955. A Paiute Indian in northern Arizona, circa 1871 to 1874. Winona Ryder, Jodie Foster, and Julia Roberts, 1989. Stamford commuter train on the day of Kennedy's assassination, 1963. A trainer dressed as a gladiator places her head in a lion's mouth, 1900. Circus performer Millie Kays swallowing the head of a 12-foot python in the bar of the Peggy Bradford Hotel. Young Barack Obama with his mother, Indonesian stepfather Lolo Soetoro, and half-sister in 1960s. John Lennon tried on 5 pairs of glasses, 1970. The Lusitania on her first arrival in New York City in 1911. Pigeon Farm, California, United States, 1900. Parisian paramedics evacuate a victim during student riots. France, May 1968. July 1968, the first tethered takeoff of the Nord 500. The project was soon cancelled. Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, 1994. Model Els Kaptein, 1964. Jane Mansfield, 1950s, stunning icon. British naval officers at the coffin of Sir Winston Churchill in Westminster Hall, London, before his funeral, January 1965. Indy 500 grandstand collapse, 2 dead, 82 injured, 1960. Women's piano-shaped jewelry box, 1830s. American soldiers comfort a little girl and her puppy after the invasion of Normandy, 1944. Frank Sinatra decided to indulge in some pancakes. On the set of Terminator United States, 1984. Soldiers and nurses get lost in the Hatfield House maze, Hertfordshire, England, 1940. Arsenal fans at King's Cross railway station before their train departed for Huddersfield, where the FA Cup semi-final match between Arsenal and Grimsby Town was taking place. London, United Kingdom, 1936. A small boy helps a motorcycle dispatch rider negotiate a muddy road in Holland, 11 December 1944. Extreme motorcycle jump, 1922. The British accepted a Russian orphan into their regiment, 1919. An experimental Vickers, a 4-amphibious tank with inflatable floats and an outboard engine. England, 1930s. Survivors of the earthquake in Spitak, Armenia, 1988. Early 1900s at the racetrack. On February 17, 1871, the Prussian army held a parade in defeated Paris in honor of the capitulation of the French Empire and the victorious end of the Franco-Prussian War. The Highway of Death, a column of destroyed Iraqi vehicles on Highway 80 between Kuwait City and Basra, late February 1991. Bill Clinton and his daughter Chelsea in 1983. In Victorian England, one way to combat homelessness was the 4-penny coffin. For 4 pence, one could get a blanket, pillow, inside a warm building while in a coffin to pass the night. 1890s. Shop closed by police for raising prices. Shopkeeper sent to Dachau. Signature, Chief of the Bavarian Political Police, Heinrich Himmler, Munich, 1933. A total of 200 merchants were arrested under Himmler's price control decree. Soldiers from the 101st Airborne Division point their bayonets at teenagers in Little Rock, Arkansas, during forced racial integration of high schools in 1957. Alistair Sim Scrooge in the classic film adaptation of Charles Dickens's A Christmas Carol, 1951. Alain Delon, his wife Nathalie, and son Anthony, Saint-Tropez, 1966. A United States Army recruit, 1962. Elton John next to his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, 1975. Woman in court dress and jewelry, India circa 1890. A photo from the filming of the movie Police Academy in Los Angeles, 1983. Watch with built-in radio receiver USSR, 1986. Flood Mexico, 1967. Kim Cattrall and Mannequins, 1987. (1956) Oldsmobile Golden Rocket. Ford T in a crate. Just bolt on the wheels and install the windshield. New Zealand. Argentinian police and army personnel return fire against MTP rebels during the attempted takeover of the La Tablada barracks, Argentina, 1989. Spanish workers protest against Franco's strike ban by standing against a wall during their lunch break, 1968. Winston Churchill at the entrance to the Levadia Palace during the Yalta Conference, Crimea, Yalta, 1945. Jane Mansfield at Deauville, France, giving a concert, 1963. The first automobile in Los Angeles, United States, 1897. Natalie Wood, an 8-year-old actress, poses in the first dress made in this country, based on a design sent here by the Moscow Fashion House, 1946. Swimwear in Sweden, 1932. President Eisenhower pauses for the camera as he works on a painting of his daughter-in-law Barbara and grandchildren David, Ann, and Susan, 1954. Frank Sinatra, Bob Hope, and Bing Crosby, 1940. Mark Twain in the Houses of Parliament, London, 1907. Feminists protest the Miss America pageant, Atlantic City, New Jersey, United States, 1968. (1935) United States, testing the Shansen aquaplane life-saving device. The middle cylinder housed an electric motor that drove the propeller, while the side cylinders housed floats. Midnight with Miss Natalie Wood, photographed for the Great Race, 1965.